So, anybody notice anything different about me? That's right, I got new socks. My wife got them for me. Thanks, honey. So, I want to tell you a story of a legend. The man, William Tell. You might know the story that he's famous for, but in case you don't, I'll recap it real quick. So it's the early 1300s, and Albrecht Gessler, Albrecht was the tyrannical bailiff of Altdorf. And he kinda let his position of power go to his head. It got to the point where he hung his hat on a pole and demanded that all the townsfolk bow to his hat. The man, William Tell, refused to comply. Gessler was pretty upset when he found out about it, so he had William Tell and William Tell's son arrested and sentenced to death. But Gessler gave Tell a chance to redeem his and his son's lives by having him try to shoot an apple off of his son's head with a bow and arrow, which William Tell did successfully. So that's the part of the story you might know. But you might not know what happened after that. After this incident, Gessler was not happy.
Not happy.
So William Tell and his family decided to make themselves scarce. They did this by running to the hills. Running for their lives. Others who sympathized with William Tell, or who simply opposed Gessler, also fled. They hid out in a large forest area, kind of like Robin Hood and his merry men.
Yoinks! And away!
While they were there, they had to find ways to keep themselves entertained. The way they did this was through a game called Ninepin. It's the predecessor to modern bowling. Those up in the hills and other parts of the forest found this to be such an effective pastime that they combined families and teams to create leagues and divisions for Ninepin. They even kept records and documents of the tournaments, the games, the scores, and player performance, much like a modern-day sports almanac. The game even had its own anthem. Although it has since been lost, it was passed down through generations, and part of it is thought to be represented in the William Tell Overture. Eventually, however, Gessler caught wind of the Ninepin League. He was still brooding from William Tell showing him up with the whole apple incident. So Gessler tried to pass a law to make bowling illegal. Now, the way the law worked, he couldn't outright ban bowling altogether, so instead, he made it a crime to be in possession of the balls and pins. So he assembled and sent out special squads of soldiers to find, confiscate, and destroy the gaming pieces. The soldiers were equipped with large hammers, which they used to smash any of the contraband game pieces they might find. These soldiers were referred to as Steinbrecher, which roughly translates to ball breaker. William Tell and those with him managed to hide for quite a while, keeping their location and their games all secret. But it got too dangerous. Some of those in William Tell's circle were caught and questioned. They were released, as apparently Gessler couldn't find a crime to charge them with, especially since they had already surrendered all their gaming equipment. Since Gessler was getting so close, William Tell decided to disband the league. The danger was too close. It'd be safer to just stop. No sense in anyone getting hurt over a game. So everyone packed up and moved farther and farther apart, spreading out and away. And as a safety precaution, all the league documentation had to be destroyed. There was too much information, names, dates, locations, and if any of it was found, it'd be the same as a death warrant. And it's because of this that sadly, we will never know for whom the Tells bowled. Oh, I can't believe I said that with a straight face. I'm very pleased with myself. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Real Actual Things That Totally Happened and I Didn't Just Make Up for this video. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen again. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye. Yes, I made that all up for a bad pun. Deal with it. I am the one, to shoot an arrow off of his son's head with a bow and arrow.